that now. So this is week 3 of what we got here with this stuff. So our warm-up remains the same, but our topic, if you will, today is different. So we were doing hips the last 2 weeks, new curriculum. Now we're gonna start working the T-spine. So specifically, we were talking about this actually yesterday when we were bench pressing. If you cannot pry your chest open, you're at a disadvantage for how much you can bench press. There's furthermore a lot of problems of just this that happens in life, which is, it's called kyphosis, which is your spine getting stuck like this. And if you ever see people using a walker, it often looks like this. Not being cognizant of this stuff, that will happen. Not sorry to fearmonger starting the day, but that is what will happen to you if you don't start developing some tools and some just awareness around, I've been here for the last 6 hours, maybe I should get up like this.
The Dowager's hum.
The Dowager's
Also, as
hum.
we said that, did you notice everybody went?
So
That's the point of today.
I will bring this to a personal thing. My wife Caroline, when she was a student, when she worked at her job, works at a computer, was a lot of this hunching and this neck. She's like, oh, I got this neck problem. I'm like, hey, stand upright, get your shoulders back, start doing strength training. That entails this too. That is a great way to achieve that. And now that problem has gone away. So it just is a little bit more of awareness around this, and you can just imagine me doing this. And then everyone did that, so there's that.
I will say too, I think that there's a lot, especially on the internet, there's a lot of fear mongering around like one position. If you weren't supposed to go in that position, you wouldn't. The problem is getting stuck in that position
Correct.
and not being cognizant of it. So that's why we talk about this stuff. It's just the awareness itself helps a ton.
Yeah. So, first things first, we have our translation. So we're gonna take our wide stance, toes in, knees soft. Check in with your pelvis today. Give me a couple of tucks, sticking your tail out. Just starting to feel, can you move your pelvis? Again, the point of the knees, the toes in, the knees soft, allows you to move that pelvis. If you lock your knees out, much harder to move your pelvis. So just give me a couple more of these, just get in the movement.
And tuck.
Okay,
Good. There it is.
1 or
Really
2
just think
more.
about tilting from the pelvis.
Now tuck the pelvis hard,
Very nice.
and then just stay there. Now, get nice and tall, arms up and out, and now we'll start our translation. So we'll slide the rib cage over, back to center. To the other side, back to center. Good.
Look at these. This is pretty good, everybody. Nice.
Good. If you'll note, I'm trying my best to keep everything from here down stuck as I move my rib cage over. I don't want to be shifting and ice skating on my knees here. Let's go a couple more. Again, you may have minimal motion, you may have a lot, I don't know. I don't really care. Just pay attention to what you have. Is this any better than week 1,
That's the
than week 2? Okay, good. You can shake off a second here. Next, same thing. Eric, let's bring those feet in a touch. Jen, if you're able to, you can go a little wider with where your feet were. Good. Toes in, knees soft, pelvis tucked. And now we translate, side bend, nice and deep in it. Come out of the side bend, but you remain translated, and then you untranslate. Translate, side bend, unside bend, untranslate. Okay, 2 distinct movements. Translate, side bend, maintain your pelvic tuck, knees soft. Good. Continue on. You keep going. I'm just gonna watch.
And again, just make it small. It's just that. Now you start. Now come out into that translation. Purposefully come back to center. Good. And then shake it out. That was hard.
Does it? You feel like it?
Yeah, it's gonna feel weird, especially if you haven't done this sometimes. So it's just catching up and feeling the movements of it. But
I would also recommend that everyone use your breath, specifically an exhale, to get deeper into the side bends. Try to help yourselves relax. Seeing a lot of tight faces here.
yeah, my trick I always love, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and just swallow. If you're getting all tight through your neck, just relax it a little bit.
I'm gonna let you all go a little bit more, but don't get sloppy with this. It is translate, then side bend, then unside bend, and untranslate. Don't muddy those. And it's okay if you're not so good at this. If you're not so good at it on one side than the other, that's also all fine. What I care about is that you are aware of that stuff. Okay?
Nice.
Do a couple more.
Should really small, but very specific. That's bigger is not better. That's really nice. Keep going. That's really good.
Okay.
Nice.
Good. Let's relax that off. Okay? So, let y'all go a little longer on that one than we have the last couple weeks. That alone should feel like work. That should feel moderately challenging. But now just check in. How does it feel even after doing just a little bit of that? Can you breathe a little better? Is there a little bit more motion through here? Are you more aware of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay? Harder on one side than the other. Very normal. Okay? I have a tattoo right here. I'm more blocked right here. But like seriously, yeah, I know. But my point is, I bring that up is that's a wound. That is technically a tattoo is a wound. And so I'm restricted going this way in my ribs.
One on this side. There you go.
Okay?
The tattoo.
Yeah, this is tighter. I've noticed it ever since I got it. It's on my ribs because it's literally a scar.
Like mental.
What
is the tattoo? Is it like a chain?
Yeah, it's a giant bar. Speaking of barbed wire, giant tribal tattoo.
It's me.
It's Sean's face. The other example that I have is that if you've had any broken ribs, if you've ever done that, if you've ever pulled something through here, those are other injuries and things that will restrict you. Having hurt my right side a whole bunch, hurt my right lower back, tore my right hamstring, and my right adductor, my right hip moves differently than my left. My point that I'm trying to bring forward here is that you are aware of this stuff relative to whatever your body deals with. Everybody's different. Everybody has different injury history. And that should affect you differently. So I just want to bring that forward.
I'll
So,
add too, I had a job where I had to drive like 7 hours a day, and I noticed I would always sit like this, drive. And so for me, my left side's super, super rough to get into rotation. So it's as simple as that, right? That was a year and a half of that repetitive. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, gotta work on that one. You know?
yeah, that's the point. That what he just said right there is
The tattoo's cool.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
the tattoo's cool. It's a cooler story. But the point is like, oh hey, I sit at work all day like this, maybe. How is that going to affect what my movement can do?
Yeah.
Fine, we're in body weight in a kind of safe setting. What happens when you grab weight? What happens when you grab heavy weight? What happens when you grab heavy weight and move fast with it? Just things to be cognizant of that maybe if you're all dialed in like this, trying to deadlift or bench press like that may be something worth resolving a little bit before you dive deep into that. Just something to consider. So, final piece of our warm-up. Toes in, feet wide still, not quite as wide as we had them before, but it can be, but it can be a little bit kinder in that way. Knees soft, pelvis tucked, arm up and over the head. Go as far as you can without your neck moving and contorting. So it's kind of just resting over the top. Other hand down the inside. Tilt. Pelvis tucks hard as I tilt over. Reach that elbow. Reach down with that arm. Breathe and work from there, and we'll come around. You just stay in it. Okay, we'll your eyes. Reach that elbow up like you mean it. Reach that arm down towards the ground like you mean it. Not just because I'm telling you to do something.
There you go. Up and like drop that down. There you go. Good. Big breath in. You exhale.
And slowly relax, and we'll go to the other side. Okay? So,
Again, check in with how tense you're getting through these movements again. If you need to breathe and relax, do that. This is not going to do anything for you today, especially with the Aldea stuff. It's going to hurt you more than you think. Okay?
yeah. So, other side. Again, just go as far as you can without your neck doing any of that stuff. That's not helpful. Okay? Other arm down here. Knee soft, tuck. Pelvis tilts. And then reach up. Reach down. Trying to create space from here all the way up. Again, with this type of work, it's all about being a rubber band, not compressing for a deadlift. So I'm trying to get long. As I reach down here more, that pulls this way in a sense, so I can pull that way in a sense. Equal opposite reactions. And relax. All right, we'll do that again on each side one more time. Okay? So knees remain in place. You can play around with slightly wider stance. That will kind of create different anchoring or not. Again, be protective of your knees here. This is a slightly vulnerable position. So if this sucks on your knees, you can bring it. Tuck, arm over as far as you can, within reason. Arm down. Tuck the pelvis hard and tilt and go. Now from here, this is the second round on this side. Way more. Trying to pry open the pelvis here. The rib cage. Lift. Use that arm to help. Use this arm coming down to help. This should be work, not just like a passive easy stretch. Good. Relax. And one more side to go. Okay. Knees are again, similar position. Pelvis tucked. Arm over the head. Arm down. And tilt.
Embrace it.
And try to just tilt from here, not all the way over here. Okay? It's different. Trying to lift up and away on this side rather than the full side bend that we were doing earlier. There's no translation here. It's just side bend. Breathing and working.
Big breath in. Sit down. There you go. Almost like you're trying to pull.
Good. Breathe. Relax your faces.
Very nice.
And relax.
Yep.
Okay. So, that's our warm-up routine. That's what it will always be. Okay? Now, we're working the spine today. We're about to do very specific spine stuff, but how does your spine move now when you came in? Just check in. Does it move a little bit better? Can you breathe a little bit better? Did you get a little bit deeper into those stretches by the end? For those of you that have been here every week, have you noticed a change, even just doing this one time a week? The other thing I want to bring forward with this particular warm-up is that this is something you did on a consistent basis. This would be great. That's why we make you do this every time. Because of body weight, you don't need a ton of cueing. It's shift ribs, shift tilt, just tilt. That's it. Shift, tilt, tilt. That's it. That's all that's all I'm asking of you. Same leg position basically the whole time. If that's all you did, that would go pretty darn far.
About 5 minutes in total.
That can be very much just punch out the side of the translations, right into the translation side bends, right into the just side bends. That really is a 5-minute routine. I don't have to talk about it anymore, which it will become very soon. So, with that being said, before we move on to the segmental cat-cows and all of that, does anyone have any questions about any of this stuff? No, makes sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? This shouldn't be, I'm not expecting there to be questions, I just wanted to give the opportunity. Okay, so, segmental cat-cows, that's where we're gonna go next. Now, the goal here, what we're trying to do today with this particular spine work, is we're trying to open up more extension of your spine. Those of you that are currently bench pressing with us, that is going to help in that particular performance aspect. In regards to life, we were mentioning this about the whole kyphosis thing, trying to get out of that. So, quickly, cat-cows. Everybody has probably done a cat-cow at some point in their life. Looks something like this, okay? And that's fine and all, but it's not really that specific. So the thing that I'm going to ask of y'all today is to move segmentally, which means vertebrae by vertebrae. And you may discover very quickly that you move in chunks of vertebrae. And that's okay, we all start somewhere. But if you find, after you watch me do this, you're like, oh, my spine goes like this, clunk, 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 and then that's it, and then clunk, clunk, clunk. That's not really moving vertebrae by vertebrae. There's a significant amount of restrictions there that over time can cause some issues. And so it is worth probably resolving that. So how this one works is, you'll notice it says 3 and 3 there. So we'll do 3 leading from the head and then 3 leading from the pelvis. It will make sense once I demo. So you'll just start from either cat or cow, it doesn't matter. So we start here. Now I'm gonna lead from the pelvis. I'm going to try to work vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up my spine, not moving anything until I get to that stage of my spine. But I'm gonna be honest, what I just did there is, in the world of this, probably that was about a C-.
Yeah.
What I just did, and I'm demoing this. So if you're at like a D or an F, that's okay.
That's okay.
But we get here, now we go vertebrae by vertebrae back. And you can take your time with this. It can be fairly slow, and that's okay. Like you'll know,
You got
I
to a
don't.
B- on that one.
That one's a little better.
Yeah.
Now, I led from my pelvis on both of those. Went from, what is this? This is cow, this is cow. Went from cow to cat, back to cow, all leading from my pelvis. That's 1 rep. So I would do 3 of those. Then leading from my head. I'm much worse leading from my skull. Going here, and then get kind of floppy for whatever reason. This one, leading from your head, gets very challenging when you're coming up. You can see how I struggle, where I start to move in blocks, right? It's starting to make some sense. So, that's segmental cat-cows.
We're gonna come around and help too. There's
Yeah.
something we talk about in this, which is like software or hardware. The hardware might be stuck and adhered, so it has to move together. We might find that. And then again, the software is just, hey, I maybe have never moved my spine like this in my life. And so there's a little drill that I really like where we like walk our fingers up your spine to give you a cue of where to push into, okay? But first one, just do it, get a baseline. How is it moving? 2 from the or 1 from the pelvis, and then 1 from the head. Okay.
And then we'll come around for
And then we'll come around and help. So go ahead and
Okay.
pop a squat.
Jen. I never want to hear you getting down onto a knee.
I thought I taught you better.
So again, 1 cat, 1 camel from the pelvis, 1 cat, to whatever it's called. I said cat camel. They got that big pronounced hump in the middle.
Yeah, it should just be a hump and sway back.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, after you do your 1 and 1, just sit back a second so we'll know you're done, and then we're gonna check in very quickly.
Yep.
Once you've done 1 leading from the head, from cat to cow to cat, and then 1 leading from the pelvis, cow to cat, cat to cow to cat. You're no way you're done. You did two.
I tried.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got it now.
Got enough. Okay, good to know. Okay? This goes slow. This is slow, methodical work.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you're going fast, you're probably just moving everything at once.
Yeah.
Nice, Eric.
Nice, Steven. That's good. That's a good pace right there. I like that. So once you're done with your 2 total, 1 from the pelvis, 1 from the head, then you can sit back and you'll know you're done.
Okay, beautiful.
That's a good face there, Jen.
As we're finishing up here, any observations that people found in attempting this first one?
Jen?
So yeah, I can't hold and move at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Nate?
Like I think when I got to like the bottom half, I had to like suddenly kind of like release tension in my hips.
Good.
To get moving.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I just felt that locked up.
Good. Stephen?
You know, it feels good enough.
Good.
But
Good.
what you're doing and
I
what
don't know how
you're
many vertebrae I have.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about that in a second.
I would say from the head, that second direction is harder.
Mhm.
And so, I don't know if it's good or bad, but following my, angle
Mhm.
helped me to slow down, so I
Great.
felt like I
Good.
was
Great.
moving in small chunks.
Great.
I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm trying.
Terrific. I love that. Not on the take. Not on the take. Often when you're first learning, this is why we're doing 2 weeks of the same curriculum, that's very fair. So to Sean's great point about the software and the hardware thing, is often the problem with this stuff, with a lot of the mobility stuff, is the software problem. Is, when was the last time you were asked to move your spine like this?
Segmentally, yeah.
Like,
There you
yeah,
go.
when we worked on this a year ago, right? So like, it's a rare thing probably in most folks' lives, and so all of a sudden, hey, can you move your spine vertebrae by vertebrae? What the hell does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the attempt is what we need. That's all we need. So now we're gonna finish out our threes. So you have 2 leading from the pelvis, and then 2 leading from the head. You can go pelvis, head, or you can go pelvis, pelvis, head, head. I don't care. But we're gonna come around, tap on your spine a little bit to help you maybe feel this a little bit more. Pay attention to, as you go from just our first rep to our seconds to our thirds, does this get any better? What do you discover? Oh man, if I relax my pelvis, I can actually get a little bit more.
And can you
If I
stay
breathe.
engaged? Stay engaged with it too.
Yeah.
Big thing this here is just visualizing a little bit, just staying as intentional as you can with the movement, right? So, all right, here we go.
Slow.
Steve, you tell me. Where you start?
I kinda wanna go.
Okay, follow this head. So you are in a cat. So we're gonna go to the cats. You're gonna arch. Now I'm gonna give you a cue. You're gonna feel my finger. When you feel my finger, that's where you're brushing. Just that. There it is. Just here, nowhere else. Just here, nowhere else. A little more. That's it. Good. Just here. It's nice and flat. Flatten that down. There you go, just here. That's the down here. This is how excruciating the pace. Just here. Maximal up and over. Just here. Yeah, I bet. No, yeah, exactly. Sorry, coach. It's okay. Take it. Good. So here, big drop from the chest a little more. We're gonna work on this in a second. So now are you going from the pelvis to the head?
Now I'll go from the head.
Okay. Ready? Just my finger. That's all you're gonna drop. Around from push up. There you go. Just here. Feel this movement. Keep this still. Reset to your position. Okay, now just here. There you go. That's better. Just here. Just here. Just here. Be patient with it. Don't rush it. Just here. Just here. Just here. There it is. Look at that. Just here. Just here. Just here. Just here. This is the tough one for most of us. Just here. Maximum push up. 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 Just here. Maximum. This is the tough one too, right? Good. Now, that is the pace. Feel how excruciating that is and how specific it was. Mimic that for me as you continue to go here. Dropping down. Drop away.
Okay, are you rounded?
Drop away. Be patient. Don't rush. Just here. Just here. Drop away. Drop down. There it is. Drop down.
Whenever you've done your 2 and 2, that's how you can just sit back and be done whenever you're done.
Okay, after you are done, and if you do want to stand up and move around, again, do that little check-in. How does your spine feel? Should feel like, what's going on, man?
What's happening?
I'm so in communion with myself.
Brand new
Yeah.
spine.
But just the awareness of your spine, just check in with that.
Don't want to be on camera.
Yeah. And for such a simple movement as a cat cow that we've probably all in our lives just gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, cool, done.
Ripped them out. How does it feel to be very slow, methodical, and present through that? Which is a lesson of mobility.
So, while y'all are finishing up over there, what do we notice?
It's with, when I did this, we didn't do the translation, so I did not have access to it here, but because we did the translation,
Yeah.
the top part of my spine was way more available than the bottom.
Nice.
That's what I noticed.
Fantastic, love that. Nate?
What are you fancy professional?
I mean, I think that it's like noticeably easier to start in like different positions.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
if I'm like kind of arched, I felt like it was easier to do
Your
it.
bias more towards one than the other.
Yeah.
Just going really slow, I can kind of feel like the muscle slow.
Good.
As I was going up, I can kind of feel like the muscle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, felt like.
Nice.
Great.
Yes, the micro, just feel it, trying to feel
Yeah.
each one. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I feel that one, I feel that one. Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a tiny movement kind of moves it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little different going back down.
Yep.
Steven, how about you?
Well, that was a big, different improvement from the first round, and I didn't realize I could move like certain vertebrae.
Yeah.
Yep.
Individually, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So all of this stuff, just like with anything, is a skill. The more you practice it, the stronger and better you'll get at it. But I hope the other point I think was worth making about this mobility class, mobility stuff is this is the micro to the macro versus strength training is generally more macro to micro. So if we can work the little stuff and start to build this awareness and figure these little things out, that will then affect much bigger systems. Again, if you're not aware of what your spine's doing, but now all of a sudden you understand, oh wow, if I can really pry here, now I really understand what it means to set my shoulders for a bench press. That's a whole different ballgame.
And then you get to meet in the middle, which is nice. And that's why we say do this and strength training, and that's the Venn diagram of completion.
So now, to the next point, because most everybody, myself included, are restricted in their thoracic spine, and then we try to get extra movement through our lumbar. Especially if you've ever like tweaked your neck and anything like that, that kind of like locks this stuff up. I did that last week. I kind of just tweaked my neck a little bit, and so like I could feel when I was doing that, just being stuck around in here. So this is what we're going to do. So this is very specifically, this is a passive stretch. So, but we'll find ways to be active in it. This is designed to open up the thoracic spine. You're gonna take your yoga block. You're gonna get this a little above the bottom of your rib cage. You're gonna lay on it. And this is it. That right there might be enough for you.
There's levels to it though. And then level 3 is my favorite.
But if you'll note, I can still get my head on the floor. That is the sign that I'm okay here. If I was like this,
It's like a chiropractic, right?
yeah. If I'm stuck here, right, I'm not draping over the yoga block, I don't get to move on. We'll see if I can do level 3. I don't even know if I'll be able to. I don't even know if anyone can physically.
Circus Soleil.
Yeah. That feels like it's gonna break. But that's gonna fall. Probably have that. So the reason why I like the yoga block a little bit more for this is it's just a little bit more targeted. this is also an option. This one's a little bit gnarly with the bumps and whatnot, but again, this is just a little bit longer up the spine. And there's obviously not really levels to this one. But that's it very simply.
Yeah.
Just laying over and draping yourself over your yoga block.
And to Matt's point too, again, we're trying not, again, you just did all that specific training with the spine, so think, where am I targeting? Where am I locking down, just like our translations or anything else? So again, I really like to think about pushing my belly button into the ground, because then I get true extension from where I want, my T-spine, not from the lumbar spine, okay? So just another little thing to target and think about.
So where are we trying to get this in our back?
We'll come around and help you place it. So lay on the ground and then we'll kind of show you. So I like to find where's the last rib on my body. The other easy way to find it is.
Oh, no, Steven, not on the dumbbell. Definitely not that. Here, sit. Oh, there you go. Now, get a little bit more.
Now.
So you might get lots of pops and clicks and things. That's pretty good. Okay, hold on, Eric. Way too low.
Go, keep those hips on the ground. Legs straight. There you go. Good.
Now for both of you, tuck your tail. Press your lower back.
Nate just go, oh no! Okay, so very simply for right now, hang out and relax in this.
There's no relaxing curve.
Can you feel how your body maybe freaks out and is like, fuck, and wants to hold really tight to this? Makes you want to throw up. Try to breathe.
Tuck tail. Belly button into the ground.
So
And reach back.
now to help lock things down is same thing we've been practicing. Tuck the pelvis.
Nope, that's pretty good.
Drop that lower back towards the floor and let those arms relax down. We might come around and give you a little extra something to help this open up and relax a little bit more.
You really want to think though, like the way I heard it described once, which I love, was water flowing over a rock. You know what I mean? That's the idea. Nice. So try to relax.
Probably like chest flat. Chest like your chest flat, like you're trying to hold those arms. Like your arms together, very flat, very flat, very flat, very flat, flat.
Right, so you're gonna try to bring your biceps to touch this.
Block, 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 block. There you go. I've got a little extra. Alright. Same thing for you. Try to clap those arms together. Try to clap your hands together. Come on. Relax.
Yeah. So this is a fun one.
Oh, yo.
Enter your biceps to touch. Ready? Push your biceps. Big breath in. And relax.
Did you go over one?
Yeah.
Try over two. Alright.
Try to stay in it, and then before you come out, just be very careful. We're going to tell you how to get in and out of this because it's a little important.
Yeah, you can try over two.
Yeah.
You're good. So, yeah, I'm.
And again, butt should be touching the ground ideally. And again, try to get your belly button to touch the ground. There you go. This should already feel a little bit easier to be in, a little less resistance, yes?
Keep breathing, keep relaxing. All right, another about 10 seconds or so.
And then we'll show you how to get out of this carefully, because you're going to be now kind of stuck in a different position.
All right, now, Sean, would you want to describe how to get out of this
Yeah,
carefully?
just very carefully. What I like to do is just wrap my arms around my shoulders and I roll, keeping my abs nice and tight to one side. Once you roll, spend a second on the side in that somewhat kind of fetal rolled position. Just breathe and just let everything return to normal. It's gonna take a second, okay?
Once you have returned to normal, just to retest it, do one more segmental cat-cow and see if you've made any difference to your body.
Yeah.
If that was particularly gnarly for you, if that was particularly tough, that might be a sign that this is maybe one worth doing for you.
You might want to add this to your mobility routine.
This might be something to be a consistent practice.
Also, if you feel a little lightheaded right now, that's normal. Okay, if you feel a
Like
little
deeper in my voice.
exactly.
That is very real. So just do another segmental cat-cow, see if it's any different. Do you have any more motion? Less? More awareness? Whatever it may be. Then after this, we'll do the Altelis. So.
Get some bullshit done.
So once you've done your one, you can come on out of it.
What we'll have you do too is go ahead and come up to your feet.
Yeah.
You want to get some water, do it. But also, one of the best things that the spinal column is engaged in is walking. So walk around. See how it feels to walk around a little bit. Look over a shoulder, look over the other shoulder. Just see how you feel. Do you feel a little looser?
So that position for me, higher than I was expecting. All the way. Finally around that.
That's very well. This position, long term, this is all getting shorter and too. So there's a deeper aspect to this, which is not just the spine, but also the neck as well. So that makes sense.
So that's actually really straight.
Yeah. All this tissue.
There's also, this is working more of the bones and the joints, what we're doing.
All right, so what we're going to move into next
That might
is
just
we
happen to
have
have tight
15 minutes
muscles.
left, so we're going to do 15 minutes of Eldoa work. Okay?
Stretch.
We're going to introduce Eldoa for the thoracic spine. We might do a couple others. Again, big thing with any Eldoa work is you want to make it digestible. So what that means is if you get super crampy or you can't access the position, we want you to go higher. If it feels easy, then you go lower, and you can modulate that intensity, okay? Again, we're going to be sitting on these. These can accommodate 2 people per, but we're a little smaller today, so if you want to grab your own bolster, you can. My recommendation is start a little bit higher. If we see that it's too high for you, we'll drop you down. But just go ahead and find some position here where you're able to take a seat. If you want to share, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine.
We can technically fit 4 on these, but if you want to do 2 to 3, that's fine.
Okay.
But have a seat.
Grab a bolster anywhere,
A
anywhere.
bolster of any kind.
You definitely want to be here.
You're gonna have a seat.
Stephen McDonald, you can also
Okay.
definitely be here.
I'll be with the overage
Yeah.
test.
And then for you gentlemen, go long ways. Perfect. Look at that.
Nail
God, I gotta face the camera.
Make sure you make direct eye contact for the rest of the time, Stephen.
it. Alright, then we're back to the stage.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to continue in the theme of our thoracic spine. Alright, so this is, fair warning, arguably the hardest of the spinal Eldoas. Those of you that have done these know which one's coming. So, very simple.
Plain sea bass.
Yeah, very simple. We're gonna do about a 30-second hold initially to feel the position. We'll come around and make adjustments. Whatever adjustments we make to you, remember them, because then we'll do a longer hold and you're gonna try to maintain those adjustments. So, for the setup, feet flat on the floor, feet slightly in front of your knees. Good. And then some of y'all bring your feet closer together so that your feet are in line with your hip bones. Okay? And if you're not sure what the hell I'm saying, look around at other people and then mirror what they're doing. Now, from here,
Yeah, right there.
this should be allowing you to be sitting moderately upright. So grab onto your shins, getting yourself even more upright. Now, this is an important detail with Eldoas, which this is maybe not the right way to explain it, but this is the way that I think illustrates it. We're not looking for a healthy neutral spine, which has curves. We're looking for a straight spine. Different, okay? So don't pull yourself so far forward that you're creating all of this. Pull yourself upright, but keep your ribs back enough so that it's sat on top of your pelvis and there's a straight line of your spine, okay? You should have plenty of spinal awareness after what we've done today. Now, head, pull it back. It's not down, it's back. That should feel like you're creating something in the back of your neck especially. Now, arms come forward, peel those fingers back, arms come overhead. Whatever your overhead is, if you're tight in your lats, you're tight in your lats, don't overdo it. Now from here, we'll be here for about 30 seconds, actively reach for the sky.
Keep the chin in.
You two actually perfect here. You guys do that too much touch each other. It's like operation. The butterfly must swing.
Good. Keep your knees in, they're gonna wanna fold open. Don't do that so much. All right, slowly relax. Okay, that's our Eldoa.
Really good again, just a reminders for safety, coming out slowly, okay, not bouncing out of it, especially as we start to get to these longer holds. If you need to take a break, do it. Just come out of it in a relaxed sense, okay?
Now, I will say this though in regards to taking a break. Yeah. Don't. If your form is totally falling apart, we might tap you and say stop.
Take a break.
But if you are just like, this is really uncomfortable,
Stick with it.
that's just your nervous system getting freaked out. Use your breath, exhale, relax into it.
Yeah.
That is not a good enough excuse at this stage to quit on this one.
And also just think too that this is building strength and endurance in a position that's foreign and familiar to you. So like anything, like the first time you bench pressed or squatted, there's gonna be resistance, fight through it a little bit. Okay?
Yeah.
And this says no weight, so
Yeah, exactly.
the safety margin's a lot better.
Here's an example of what it looks like where we will stop you.
So unless
Is
you look like
that-
that, yeah.
We'll stop you. If it's just uncomfortable and feels fight or flighty,
Stick in it.
long, slow exhale, stay there. Okay? So,
If you get a cramp, try to stay in it.
and if the cramp gets so bad, especially in your hip, just shake out that one hip and then reset rather than full.
Yeah, don't let it snap you back. Oh, I got a cramp in my head.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
Not the thing that we're doing here. So, with that being said, feet flat on the floor, feet slightly in front of your knees. Good. Keeping your feet and knees in line with your pelvis, with your sit bones. Good. Grabbing onto your shins, pulling yourself upright enough to have a straight spine. Chins in, heads back. So if you have a partner, you're trying to get the back of your head to touch your partner. Good, but you have to keep the chin down. There. Good. Now, from here, arms forward. Peel those fingers back. Arms come to whatever your overhead is today. If we made some adjustments to that for you, find that same overhead. And now, reach for the sky.
Do it. Don't let those arms drop.
Reach for the sky. Peel the fingers back. There you go. Good. Steven, do me a favor. Hop up on this guy. Now, just to help create a little bit more of the anchors and all of that, keep your feet pressed to the floor as you reach your arms up. Breathe. If you start tremoring, you're doing it right. Reach up more. More effort. Breathe. 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 Good. Lift up. Feel that rib cage lift up. Breathe. We did a lot of work in your T-spine today. Can you feel like you're creating space in that area where you were laying on the yoga block? That's around where you're aiming. Breathe. Reach up more. Get longer. Good. Each breath in, that gives you a little bit of expansion. With each exhale, try to maintain the
Try to get back
expansion.
in.
10, 9,
Your push.
8, 7,
Good.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly.
Oh, gee,
Relax.
mama. That was fun, right?
Slowly relax.
Harder than anything we've done in a while.
All day.
That was
Okay.
fun.
So,
Yeah.
catch your breath. We were thinking of doing multiple of those, but I think we'll just do that one.
Oh, no, really not.
We'll just do that one or two more times. So,
We're okay.
as we do this a second time, the expectation is that you can get a little bit deeper into it. Or minimum, the specificity of where you're working becomes greater. So, besides, okay, I really felt it in my hips, which is probably the common answer. Where did you feel that?
My shoulders.
Shoulders?
Yeah, neck, shoulders.
Neck, shoulders?
Like I, towards the end of the chest, like just kind of the back,
Okay.
the shoulder blades.
Between the shoulder blades?
Yeah.
Jen?
Shoulder blades, nervous system.
Okay. Okay. The specific area we're targeting is right between the shoulder blades. That's where we're targeting. So, here's the thing. If you don't have that as a problem area, it may just feel sort of wherever you do have a problem area, you may feel something. Neck, lower back, wherever. But we're specifically trying to feel this happen in that area of our spine. Okay? As you're reaching those arms up and the rib cage up, it's going to pull that vertebrae open and up. As you're trying to press those feet in the floor and drop your pelvis into the bolster, that's trying to pull that down. That's a hard feeling to capture. But when you do, it feels just like a, and then you're like, whoa, holy crap. That sometimes is created with us helping you. You're trying to maintain it, and then just through practice. So,
Think back to your side bends too. I think this illustrated really nice of driving elbow up, dropping pocket down, and the result is like feeling a gappage through the ribs or through the elastic line of your waist. That's the idea here again. And again, the Eldoa stuff I think helps a ton if you visualize.
Yeah.
I think visualization is really big for me in this.
yeah.
Between the shoulder blades, you might not know what it looks like. That's okay. Just think of those two bony bumps just pulling away from each other.
And we'll come around this time
And tap.
in that area so you can feel trying to create that gap.
Yeah.
Okay? So, to that point, let's go again, shall we? Feet flat on the floor, feet slightly in front of the knees. Good, knees in line with the sit bones. Grabbing onto the shins to help give you a straight, upright spine. Chin in, head back. Good. Arms come forward, arms twist open, arms come overhead. And then from here, reach for the sky. Reach. As you reach up with the arms, the shoulder blades come with, the rib cage comes with, and then the pelvis drops towards the floor.
Exhale. Good. Hands in. Reach up. Lift from the armpits.
Doing great.
Knees in. Feet is. Yeah, there you go. Good. Right about here.
Good.
This is the feeling. Lift up. Relax. There you go. Good. Feel moving a little bit. Now, knees in. Lift up a little higher.
Good.
That's it. Feel moving again. Good. Try to hold the movement now. Up. Good. Even breaths here.
Beautiful. Come on, Jen.
Still moving a little bit. Good. Knees in. Good. Sit forward. Just sit for me. Now lift up to the sky. Chin in. Top of the head to the ceiling. Lift, 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 lift.
into my hands. Push. Reach. Chin it. Good. Again, right over here. Lift up. Lift up. Breathe. Come on
Keep
now,
working
chin
for
it.
it, y'all doing great.
Head up.
Breathe, keep fighting for it.
Lift.
15 more seconds, that's it. Just 15 more seconds, keep breathing. Make the most of this. 10,
Knees in.
9,
Let's go.
8,
Lift.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly.
As slowly as you can.
Come out of that.
Slowly. How did that feel the second time around? Better? Okay, so again, how did it feel, more importantly, having an awareness of where you were targeting? Did that help you at all?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Okay, so
So-
again, going from the small, the micro to the macro, right? That's the point of mobility is, again, you felt, when breathing started getting really, could you focus on the minuteness of the detail? So that's, again, why we practice, how you feel this. How is this applicable to weightlifting? Probably not a ton. If you're thinking about one vertebrae while you're squatting, you probably lost the plot a little bit, I would suppose.
Again, this is micro to macro. That is macro to micro.
Exactly.
Don't be thinking about your T7, T8
Well,
vertebral
you're
junction.
300 pounds.
Why I have 300 pounds?
Yeah.
Don't be thinking that. That's not what you're thinking.
Think booga booga breath.
Yeah, get tight. Now, since you have just a teeny bit more time left, go do another cat cow, see how it feels.
Segmental cat.
Segmental cat cow. One more time. 1 second. Alright, one final segmental cat cow and then you're done. Again, pay attention to this one compared to the first one you did today. And then the most recent one you did. Does it get better and better with each of these things that we try?